You don't speak for the first 12 minutes. Not because you can't, because the room hasn't finished revealing itself yet. Your glass is half empty. You rotate it slowly, watching the condensation drip onto the tablecloth. Across from you, Marcus is explaining his salary to someone who didn't ask. His hands move too much. He laughs at his own jokes before the punchline lands. You file it away, not judging, just collecting. The woman in the gray blouse interrupts him twice. Each time her eyes flick to the man at the head of the table. Approval-seeking pattern. The man doesn't notice her glances, but you do. You notice everything. Your silence isn't empty. It's a net. Every word people throw into the air lands somewhere inside you, and you sort them quietly. Insecurity, performance, deflection, truth. The loudest voice in the room just confessed to a lie without knowing it. You take a slow sip of water. The ice clinks. Someone asks you a question, you smile, answer in 5 words, and the conversation rolls back over you like a wave you chose not to break. The hum of the restaurant settles around your shoulders like a familiar coat. You don't feel left out. You feel ahead. You walk home alone. The street is quiet, but your head is full. Not drained, not buzzing, just full. You replay the dinner in sequence. Who spoke most? Who flinched at a name? Who touched their neck when the topic shifted? The data settles into patterns you never share out loud. This is the reward. You know things now. Secrets nobody knew they handed you. Your phone vibrates. A group chat message. You were so quiet tonight. Everything okay? You type back, yeah, just tired. And the light he's sweeter than any confession ever could. The street lamp above you flickers once, then steadies. The weight of everything you collected presses warm against your ribs. A secret library only you can enter. It works until the night it doesn't. You're at a birthday dinner. The table is louder, drunker, looser. You're doing what you always do. Watching, sorting, filing. Then someone new sits next to you. She doesn't introduce herself. She just watches you watching everyone else. After 10 minutes, she leans in and says, quiet enough that only you can hear, "You think you're invisible, don't you?" You freeze. She smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. I do the same thing. The room tilts. You've been read. For the first time, the mirror turned around and someone saw you seeing. Your phone buzzes. A message from an unknown number. You missed 3 questions while you were busy profiling everyone. You look up. She's still smiling. The ice in your glass cracks without being touched. You stop speaking entirely at the next gathering. Not out of strategy, out of fear. Now every silence is a spotlight. You feel eyes on your stillness. The same people who once ignored your quiet now shift uncomfortably because of it. Your silence has changed texture. Before, it was a tool. Now it's a locked door, and everyone knows you're on the other side. You catch your reflection in the dark restaurant window. You look smaller, hunched. The collector has become the hoarder. A friend texts you privately after. 3 words. Where do you go when you're with us? You don't reply. You can't explain that you've been everywhere. Inside their pauses, under their glances, behind their words. And now there's no way back to just being there, just being present. The chair you sat in holds your body's imprint, but the room never held you. Not really. The door to the restaurant swings shut behind you with a slow hiss, sealing something inside you've been running from. Weeks pass. You're invited less. The group chat moves faster without your silence weighing it down. One evening, you sit alone at your kitchen table. No data to collect, no gestures to decode, just the hum of the refrigerator and your own stillness. You realize the truth that was hiding underneath the power all along. You weren't reading the room because you were stronger. You were reading it because stepping inside it, truly inside, with words and mess and vulnerability, terrified you. The silence wasn't a shield, it was a glass wall. You saw everyone, but nobody ever saw you. And now the room is just a room, empty of people, full of echoes you collected from faces that don't remember yours. Your phone lights up, the group photo from last night. You zoom in, they're laughing, messy, imperfect. You could have been there. You chose the edge instead. You set the phone down. The screen goes black, and in the reflection, you see only silence staring back. Vast, complete, and finally unbearable. If you've ever felt your silence was protecting you, but sometimes it feels more like a prison than power, hit subscribe because there's more to understand about the quiet ones, and you're definitely not alone in this. Share this with someone who never speaks first but always notices everything. They'll know why you sent it.